I was very lucky to find a Husqvarna Rider 1200 on Marketplace. It's got a 14 horsepower Vanguard engine, and it was equipped with a new snowplow, and it looks like it doesn't have that many hours on it either. First thing I want to do is remove the snow chains. They were stuck, so I had to let the air out, but it was quite easy.
Dödar sladden.
The price on this Husqvarna Rider was really low, so I had to act fast. I borrowed the trailer and I got it to my job, and then I need to take my own trailer to get it home. And I didn't bring my ramps because I thought that there was going to be a better way to load it, but perhaps I was wrong. I made it home without any incidents, and I think I'm gonna have a look at that no stop condition. When you are stopping a small gasoline engine like this, normally what you do is you ground out the ignition coils. Something has happened to this one, so it doesn't work. You cannot turn it off, and someone has put this here, and I think what it does is it closes the like the throttle valve, like the butterfly valve, so it really makes it run slow, and eventually it stops. A common problem when it doesn't stop is that the ground here at the ignition switch is bad. So I'm gonna have a look underneath here and see how it looks like. This ground here is probably not very good. You see there's just a screw going in here and they have not removed the paint. So it might not ground here at all. A bit strange that they, I mean, why did they put the ground here when you have ground up here? So we'll take one thing at a time, and stopping it is kind of convenient. So I'm just gonna check here if I can get it to work. This is supposed to come into contact underneath here and then make this whole like body ground. First of all, contact here wasn't really great, like one point here, so I'll clean that up. And then it's hard to see now, but it's paint all over here, so I'll clean this up here. Maybe not there. Let's see if this worked. I have my booster on, my booster pack, and that is choke. It started really easy. Let's see. So this is not the problem, I guess. Let's use that hillbilly method. Yeah, die. All right, so it wasn't this easy. I'll check the whole electrical system. There's probably a wire or something disconnected. The tip about the ground here is no, sorry, everything is grounded through the engine. That's it. But this tip about the ground here I got from a guy on a Facebook page called Husqvarna Rider or Husqvarna Riders. I don't know. So if you have Facebook, you can search for that group, and mostly it's Swedish people there, but most of us we know English, so you can ask in English or Swedish, or just Google Translate it if you need to. When I got this rider, these cables, this one here and this one here, were not connected. This one goes to the anti-backfire solenoid in the carburetor up there, and it shuts off the fuel when you turn off the engine. And this one I could not find a cable to, but up here is a place to connect this. So I'm gonna connect it and see if, you know, probably works better with all wires connected. There's a chance at least. Now it connects. This cable connects here. Yeah, it's really hard to see, but it's down here. Let's try again. Yeah, I think connecting that cable was easier than doing this, but I don't know. I've seen these kind of repairs in cars many times. They spend much more time doing some kind of a hack job than actually doing a correct repair. Well, okay, so now we can start it and stop it. Now we just need a new battery, and then some service, and I think we're good to go. Now that I have the rider standing here, easily accessible, I'll remove this cover and use some compressed air to get all the grass and stuff from it. I can also remove this hillbilly solution here. I think I can. Aha. Ah, not that bad. I was expecting worse. So this is where that cable had disconnected from, and as you can see, this one goes to both the coils. One here and one underneath here and here. I used compressed air and made sure that there's nothing in these cooling fins here, because this is like a big fan. It sucks in air here, and then it pushes the air down here and here. It also pushes air into here, or rather you could say, like, if there's dust or stuff like that, it will be thrown away, so the air going in here will be a little bit cleaner, because this is the air cleaner with the filter. And then it goes into the engine and here with this inlet manifold. So if you get a machine, this is one thing I think you should do. Just remove this cover, make sure it's clean underneath, so that the cooling works, because if the cooling doesn't work, you can have a bunch of problems, including engine failure. Copper grease. Surprisingly clean. Looks very good, actually. I'll put some lube here. That grease nipple. Oh, this fan is time to replace it. This Husqvarna Rider is from 1993, so next year it's 30 years old. So that's why plastic and stuff like that can become brittle, of course. This, I think this should be, that's better. There's oil in there. This doesn't work. I wonder why. I might use some light later on, but I don't want to have it on that rear cover. They actually did quite a good job with these, install the relay and stuff like that, so it wasn't that bad. Here's the light relay and a fuse, and they put the fuse close to the permanent plus connection. And that's very good and important. I want some grease here also. Oh, come on. There is some grease coming here. I think I'll have to ride it a bit and move it around a little bit to get some grease out there, because I can see grease coming here, and of course it's leaking a bit at the nipple. So I have to remove this excess grease. I don't want to have that on the dry belt. Everything is cleaned and lubed. There's also a grease nipple in here that I did lube. There's one more thing to do. You can see there is a lot of play in the steering wheel. You just adjust with this here. You can see this should be tight. We got 17mm nut here, and it needs a bit of lube. You can also adjust if the steering wheel isn't like straight. You can adjust it here. It's a bit tight. There we go. It shouldn't be too tight, because then there's a risk that these wires wear a little bit too fast. Like you can feel the cable stretching a bit, but there's really not that much play anymore. The last thing I did was just to tension this screw here, and it pulls in this spring, and the more you tension this, the more it will help you to lift the cutting deck or snow plow or snow thrower, what's it called, snow blower, yeah. So I don't want too much here because I need some down pressure with that snow plow. Before I did anything to this rider, I open up and I check the air filter, and as you can see, it looks very good. So does the oil in the transmission and the oil in the engine, and also the level is good. So I think they really took good care of this, not finding this cable here and doing this solution. Yeah, well, at least they seem to have serviced it. Okay, now I will use my ramps. The Husqvarna Rider 1200 is a pro model. The number 1200 is the cutting width, so it should have had a 1200mm wide cutting deck. It also has this Briggs & Stratton Vanguard engine, a beefier rear axle, a Tough Torque K61, and larger wheels. I was gonna try out to push some gravel, and I forgot that I had removed all the air. See if I can. It's a bit heavier than my other rider, I think. A pretty cool feature. You see it's locked now. When you raise this lever like this, you release that, so then you can adjust it. Come on. right, that will be a wrap up of the first video of this Husqvarna Rider 1200-14. Of course, there will be some plans for it, wheel weights, some kind of cover here. I do believe that the original rear cover is obsolete, so there's no way of getting it. A new battery, of course, and well, maybe not that much more. A snowblower would be cool, but the plan is to actually put that brush from the other Husqvarna Rider on this one. So then I'll have one for brushing and one for lawn moving. And as you can see, it is coming along nicely, this cutting deck. So thanks for watching, and bye.